Anime in the winter of 2021 has been crazy. Hey everyone, how you doing today and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to be talking about the winter anime of 2021. I really wanted to do this video because there is so much anime I cannot keep up. Like, it's crazy. Like, I haven't played my PlayStation in a minute because I've been watching anime. It's crazy how much stuff there is, and it's crazy how much of a variety it is. But it just shows that, you know, the anime industry is growing to a point where there's just so much good stuff coming out. So yeah, I've just been so excited to talk about this. So what I'm going to do with this video is that I'm going to talk about, well, a bunch of anime for like a minute or two. I'm not gonna keep it for a bit too long because I don't want this video to be too long. It'll probably be long anyway, knowing myself. But what I'm gonna do is, so that you guys don't get any spoilers, I'm gonna put timestamps in this video, so you'll just see the different anime in each section. But just to let you know, I will be going to be talking about spoilers of those anime up to like a certain point. So most of them will be until the latest episode. Some of them I'll just say it's only been like 2 or 3 episodes. So that's just how this video is going to run. So without further ado, let's talk about my first anime, which is Dr. Stone Stone Wars. I really love Dr. Stone season 1. At first, in the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical because it looked really good, yeah, but there were points in the anime where I was like, ooh, this is looking a little off. But then towards the end of the season, I really enjoyed it and I thought it was really fantastic, especially the final episode. I still think it's the best episode of the whole show. But we come into season 2 and this is the war between Senku and Tsukasa, and so far I'm really digging it. And I think the animation has actually improved, not the art, the animation, because there was some times where they were doing some, I forgot who it is, I think Kohaku was doing some movement, or no, not Kohaku, there was another character, a gymnast, right? She was doing some movements and I was like, oh wow, this is pretty fluid, and I was surprised. So I'm impressed by that. All in all, I've read this part of the manga, so I'm impressed at how well they're adapting it. They're really showing everybody in the way that I would expect them to be based off the manga. So far so good. Keep it up, man. This is really fantastic anime, and yeah, I can't wait for them to actually get into the actual Stone Wars bit. I think it's like the next episode. I've watched like up to episode 3, so I believe in the next episode is when they start getting into the wars part, and yeah, this is going to be a fantastic season, everyone. Next is ReZero season 2 part 2, and with this one, ReZero is fantastic. I already said that. Part 1 of this season was fantastic. I've come into part 2 and I've watched 2 episodes so far, and it's just been a lot of setup as usual. I mean, it's ReZero. It's a lot of setup to get to the payoffs. I would say that one thing I've noticed is that Otto still, to me, is probably the most developed character in this season. I really love him, and I really loved like the episode and the highlight they gave him of his whole backstory and everything. It made me want to root for him more. There's still some bits where I'm a little bit like, I still have questions, and it's mainly to do with Emilia. It's 100% Emilia even. It's more to do with, for example, Puck left Emilia, and I'm like, all right, cool. Why? I still have that question. That needs to be answered. Then even there are points with Emilia where I'm still like, okay, what is going on with you? Like, why are you in this state? Like, and now that she's gotten her memories back, well, I assume there's an episode where they talk about Emilia as a kid. I want to find out all about her because I need to understand why she's so important. Last but not least, I felt like some people really hyped up episode 2 to be like one of the craziest episodes ever. I don't think so, because episode 2, the first half with Otto was fantastic, yeah, but the second half was all right. Like, and especially with the Subaru Emilia kiss bit, everyone was thinking, oh my god, this is incredible. I was like, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? It was a bit overhyped, and some of the dialogue, I found it to be cringy, even though some people say, okay, no, it was meant to be cringy because, you know, Emilia's still wondering who is supporting her, who's protecting her, who's actually on her side, and I get that, right? But I felt like that could have been portrayed in better dialogue. That's just my opinion. Anyway, ReZero season 2 part 2, it's still fantastic, so I can't complain. It's still fantastic, so I just can't wait to see what happens in the rest. But that's just my thoughts on the first 2 episodes so far. Black Clover's back, and the first episode was what I expected. It was all hype. It was all hype, and the intro was very hype as well. I'm really excited to see how they take on the Dark Triad, because one thing about Black Clover, yeah, especially in the intro, they not spoil, right, but they show stuff that's happening right now in the manga so early. So in the intro, I was just seeing like, well, I won't spoil it for you anime only, but I was seeing like a character that they just introduced and Asta's just working with, and I'm like, what? And they've even seen another character that just had a backstory, like, I think like maybe like 6-7 weeks ago, and I'm just like, what's going on? But then when I watched the anime, and they're really slowing down the episode 1 was, I believe, 1-for-1 chapter, right? But episode 2 was just a slowed down version of one of the chapters, or just actually some of it like just hella filler, and that's what Black Clover does usually. So I was just like, okay, fair enough, we're back to standard Black Clover, and I can't complain too much because it's still good. But yeah, it's standard Black Clover. But I'm really excited for when the actual fights start. That's when I need to know if this is going to be hype or not. I don't think that's going to happen for at least a couple of weeks, but I can't wait for the hype. That's what I can't wait for. Okay, so Jujutsu Kaisen Part 2, it's awesome. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen has been awesome all season, but I'm really happy with the way they're taking these fights and how they're showing different types of curse usage. So so far they've done it so well with Todo, even though we haven't seen Todo's proper, like, well, we've seen it a bit, and we've seen it a lot in the intro, but we haven't seen it into full flow yet, so I'm really excited to see that. But I love how well animated all the fights are. Like, they're making the Goodwill arc a lot better than it was in the manga, but that's what Jujutsu Kaisen be doing. I mean, it's a fighting anime, so fights usually elevate the show when animated, and I love how Kotodo's character is just, it's just perfect. Like, everything they've done with him in terms of the anime version of him, perfect. Even the way that the Kyoto characters are, like the voice actors for the Kyoto characters, they're just perfect. I think they're all perfect. And the reaction of Yuji coming back to life, I loved how well they animated that. That was just so awesome. But other than that, I just can't say anything better. Like, Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty awesome, and they're doing a fantastic job. Opening 1 is really good. Opening 2, sorry, is really good. It's not as good as opening 1, but ending 2 is really good, but it's not as good as ending 2. It's hard because those two are just flipping incredible, but the opening 2, ending 2, I really dig them as well. That's pretty much it, really, because there's still a lot to go with this Goodwill arc. It is a tournament arc, but man, I can't wait for the fights to go into full flow, because just the fights for Jujutsu High versus Kyoto, it's just been okay. So, well, not okay, it's been good, right? So imagine when the real fights start coming. That's when I'm like, okay, yeah, bro, this is going to be an incredible arc, man. World Trigger's back with season 2, and the thing about World Trigger, yeah, even though, let me not lie, it's just basic shonen, it had some cool ass powers, man, and I really thought that this could be a cool anime if it had good animation and art. Like, that was the problem with season 1, like, because that was previous Toei company, or Toei Corporation. So, you know, the old school One Piece, not old school, before Wano One Piece Toei, yeah, that was them doing this anime, and man, it suffered, let me not lie. But now that they have this brand new like system they use to animate their anime now, like, Toei is just rising up and up and up as being one of the best anime studios right now, especially with One Piece. But with World Trigger, it just elevated it to a new level, because fights just look so cool. Like, all the powers looked as cool as I would imagine them if they had good animation. So I have to give credit for World Trigger. They've impressed me so far. It's only been like a couple episodes, and not much is happening. It's just a fight between humans versus I forgot their name, neighbors. So that's just what's happening right now. But other than that, I'm just happy that they've finally given it animation to shine. The opening's trash, though. The opening is trash. But yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of World Trigger. Okay, now I want to talk about Funimation for a bit, because Funimation, right, they've got anime. Like, this season, I feel like Funimation is the better place to watch anime than Crunchyroll. The only thing that Crunchyroll has over Funimation is Dr. Stone and Jujutsu Kaisen. That's about it, because you can watch Attack on Titan on Funimation. So Funimation has just been killing it, let me not lie. So let's start off with Cloverworks, right? So this is all Aniplex, basically. Actually, yeah, that's the reason why Funimation has gotten a lot of good stuff. It's because Aniplex has been just giving out Funimation everything. So let's start off with Cloverworks, right? Because Cloverworks is a studio who did Promised Neverland. I'll get to Promised Neverland in a bit. But what I want to talk about, actually, I do want to talk about Promised Neverland first. So Promised Neverland Season 2. Promised Neverland started off really good, but it's a bit suspect, because there's some, well, with Season 1, right, how Promised Neverland adapted their anime is that they chopped off a lot to make sure the story flew in 12 episodes. And let me not lie, it worked. It worked. Like, it still had the same impact, well, similar impact as it did in the manga. The only thing is, I think the manga had better mind games. Well, not better, but just the mind games was a bit elevated because you had more time to understand characters' thoughts and all that. But it's okay. Season 1 did what it was meant to do, and it executed what it was meant to do. All the plot twists were still crazy, so season 1 did a fantastic job. So we come into season 2, and things are just rushing really quickly, but it wasn't like breaking the show. So I was like, okay, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with the show. Let's just continue. And then we get to episode 3. We get to the controversial episode. Controversial is episode 4. Episode 3. We get to episode 3, and I'm like, something's a little different here. These guys have made it to the shelter, but I don't. There's someone missing. I wonder who it is. And then episode 4 happens, and bruh, guess what happens, guys? We get stuck with the dreaded anime original content. Oh my god, I get scared when I hear anime original content, because that means that the manga, we're gonna get something worse than the manga. That's usually my thoughts and impressions on it. I mean, I've been through Filler Toe, I've been through Bleach. Trust me, I know anime original content could be a little suspicious. What Promised Neverland did though, it's not like it's just anime original content. It's like they have stuff from the manga, right? But they've chopped a bunch of stuff from it in order to get to points in the manga that wasn't meant to be there before. Like, for example, number 1, they got rid of a very important character. Very important. His name is, well, spoilers for his name. So his name is Mr. I'm just going to call him Mr. because I think they may get back to him. I don't know. So Mr. is meant to be in the shelter with the kids and meant to have this dynamic between the kids because he's a runaway from the farms, but he's gone. And then what's meant to happen is the kids find out about Minerva very quickly, like most about Minerva very quickly, when they're meant to go to another arc in order to find Minerva. And that arc, right, is one of the best arcs in the whole series, if not the best arc in the whole series. So you could imagine the outrage by the Promised Neverland fans when you hear that they've just basically X'd that arc and they've moved on ahead. Especially the events that just happened in episode 4, how they escaped the shelter. That happened at the end of that arc. So it's mad. It's mad. That's all I can say. It's mad. But also, Mom is back earlier. Why is she back earlier? She's not meant to be back that early. I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what they're doing. But I'm going to be hopeful, right? This could go either one of two ways, right? Maybe the author, because the author is basically the reason why they're doing this. So maybe the author thought, I want to make Promised Neverland even better than it could have been. And what was the strength of season 1 was the mind games, the thrilling aspects. And what season 2 was meant to be was more of an action adventure show. So maybe she wants to get back to the roots of what made Promised Neverland season 1 that special. And that's why they're bringing back Mom and they're giving her a reason to go and catch these kids. Because let's be real here, Mom is a G. Okay, not a G, but she's really, really smart, intelligent. She's basically like Emma, but grown up. So having her on the chase for these kids could be really good. And it could bring some thrilling moments. And it could make us all think, do you know what? That was a good change. But it's very worrying when you go anime original content because it could flop. It really could flop. And I really hope that we do get back to that arc that I'm telling you about, because that arc is special. That arc is so incredible. And I'll be so hurt if they just completely X that arc. So maybe it's a season 3 arc. I don't know. But as of now, I am a bit worried, but I'm going to go in with hope. I'm going to wait till episode 5 and let's just see how episode 5 pans out and the rest of it. So who knows? This could be an incredible arc and it could make Promised Neverland a masterpiece. Who knows? So let's just wait and see, guys. Speaking of Cloverworks, right, I want to talk about Horimiya. So Horimiya is like this romance anime, a school romance anime, and it's got very high reviews so far. I don't know why it's that high, but it's really good, really interesting, and it's really lovable characters. And that's just pretty much it. It's basically like this girl that is really popular at school, but is a but a caretaker at home. And this boy who's not that popular at school, but he's like not a delinquent, a rebel at home. But yeah, it's the reasons why she has to hide herself compared to him makes not that much sense in my opinion. But I can't lie, the story is really good. The animation and the art, wow, beautiful. And I just can't wait to see how it goes forward. I mean, this could be a really damn good romance. Who knows? Last but not least, speaking of Cloverworks, this is the last thing I have to mention. Oh my God, has anyone watched Wonder Egg Priority? Jesus, that is a flipping good anime. And this is like the surprise of the season, because I did not expect something called Wonder Egg Priority, and they're showing a picture of an egg, to be that good. Like, it's really, really good. What this anime is basically this girl who is an introvert, and she gets this egg from this weird place. And what this egg allows her to do, it allows her to transport to a world, and if she opens the egg, she has to save a human that comes out of the egg in this dreamlike world. And if she protects them and the bell, or if she protects them long enough for a certain time limit, or she defeats their fear, then she has a chance to save her best friend who died. And this is not just her, a bunch of other people are doing the same egg thing too. But man, this is deep, man. This is deep. There's so many themes it showcases, and also the animation. Oh my god, the animation is so beautiful. The animation is beautiful, the art is beautiful. I believe that's her name. Ai is such a cool character and so lovable, and let me not lie, I'm a big sucker for introverted characters, let me not lie, but she's just such a lovable character that you just want to root for her. The interactions between her and the other girls as well, especially their reasons for what they're doing, this really, really cool. Man, this anime in an Attack on Titanless world could have been anime of the year contender. I don't know, in an Attack on Titanless world. But Wonder Egg Priority, you guys have to watch this. This is such an underrated gem. It's so good, and I'm really excited for every single episode, man, because boy, everything about that show is just really, really good. Log Horizon Season 3 is back, and one thing that really struck out to me, so I started Log Horizon Season 3. I had to rewatch Season 1 and 2 because I realized I wouldn't know what the hell was going on if I just jumped into Season 3. And I was like, alright, Season 3, I can't wait, man. Database coming to the season, and I hear a different OP, and I'm like, what the hell is this trash? Okay, it's not trash, but I'm like, where's my database, bro? Like, where's my database? But what I like about this is that they're destroying the whole roundtable thing, and the whole politics is changing, and that's pretty much what you come for Log Horizon for, is for like the whole politics of this computerized world and everything, and how all the game quests and mechanics come into play. So yeah, in terms of that, it's really cool, but I'm still in the early stages, so I'm still yet to give my solid definitive answer on how good this show is. But I'm just excited that it's back. Will it make a season 4? At this rate, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but let's just hope that this season is really, really good by the end of it, and maybe season 4 will come out in the future. I don't know. So I was watching this other anime called Kemono Jihen. I believe that's how you say it. Kemono Jihen? Yeah, Kemono Jihen. And what it is like these animal beast type spirits that give these humanized people powers, or they're just born with it, or they're just basically they're animal monsters, right? That are born from animals and humans interacting with each other. And it's basically kind of like a Bungo Stray Dogs version it's kind of like Bungo Stray Dogs, right? But instead of superpowers, you get animal powers. That's pretty much what it is. And so far, so good. It is basic shonen. Let me not lie, it's basic shonen. But I'm interested in the world and the powers, and it's pretty cool. That's about it, really. It looks really cool. And the opening's cool as well. The opening's really good. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. But I'm excited to see what the rest, if the rest of it gets better, or if the rest of it is just going to be basic shonen. But anyway, I'm a shonen F-boy, so I'm probably going to be around for the ride anyway. Skate the Infinity is beautifully animated, and it's beautifully shot, man. I love the dynamic between, I believe it's Ray, and I can't believe I forgot his name, Canadian dude, and I love their friendship, man. I love their friendship, and I love how hyped they are on skating. So far, I love it. So far, I love how, not only how beautiful it is, but how cool the skating is, and how much they're giving us into deep detail about skating. Skateboarding, not skating. Also, the music is pretty banging too. I really vibe with that. Also, this anime kind of gives me a sense of Air Gear. If anyone remembers Air Gear, it's kind of similar to that, but then with skateboarding instead of, I believe it was roller skating was Air Gear. And for that, I'm already hyped. So I hope this gets better, and I hope we get some really cool skating matches. We already got one, which is pretty cool, but I hope they just go ham, man. Like Bones, I can't believe Bones is producing animation. Well, they could produce animation like that, but I didn't expect that type of quality. Maybe because I haven't watched Carol or Tuesday or something, I don't know. But yeah, Skate the Infinity, so far so good. Then one anime I was pretty hyped on, because I'm a big sucker for fantasy, even though a lot of isekai is so trash. Mushoko Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. It's been 4 episodes I've watched so far, and so far I'm really digging it. I really like the aesthetic, the world, the magic, the animation, the art, the characters, and the music. everything about it screams, oh, this is going to be incredible. But my only fear and my only problem I had with the first 4 episodes is that not much has happened. Like, not much. For a fantasy world, you'd think they'd go out and fight monsters by now, or go and, like, you know, go into deep into the plot or something, but not much has happened. So I did my digging, right? I did some research, and without spoiling myself, thank God. I don't know how I did it. I shouldn't take risks like that again. But yeah, I did some digging, did some research, and I found out that what this anime grows into something spectacular. Like, there's gonna be loads of adventure, there's gonna be loads of deep characters, the character development's insane, and it's just gonna be one of those where you grow with the characters, so the characters actually grow throughout the story. That's why the kid starts as legit a baby. So for that, I'm cool, I'm happy, all my worries are gone, because I love character development. I'm a sucker for character development, and if this has character development in its forefront, I'm down, and I can't wait to see how they use their powers, because the powers are cool, the magic is so cool, and I'm a sucker for like fantasy stuff like that. So I hope we get some really cool, interesting characters, bosses, monsters, whatever you're gonna throw at me. And also to do with this anime is done by an anime studio called I think Studio Build, I believe is what it's called, or Studio Egg, I forgot what it's called. I think it's Studio Build, right? And this anime studio was built just for this anime, just for Mushoko Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. So I'm expecting at least like 3, 4, 5 seasons of this anime if it goes on the way it does, and that just gets me hyped, because I'm really digging the characters so far. Like, they're all very lovable. I just can't wait for crazy stuff to happen. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, Mushoko Tensei, you've sold me. You've sold me already. Okay, so there's another anime I need to talk about, right? Before I get to Attack on Titan, that's my last anime, but I watched this anime called Redo of a Healer, because I usually watch like one trash anime a year, and well, not a year, a season. I watch one trash anime. What the was that, bro? What the hell is Redo of the Healer? Like, I don't understand. There's some anime that does some wild stuff, and I'm like, wow, how'd that get made? But at least it has a good plot, though. This one, I'm just like, all right, okay, what happened? How did this one get made? What is going on? What is going on? Because it seems like anime studios now is like, they're trying to figure out how far they can push the barrier, because they had Goblin Slayer, right? And episode 1 happened, and you know what happened in episode 1? We were all like, oh my god, what the hell? But Goblin Slayer it's good, and it became very popular. All right, cool. Then there was Interspecies Review. Interspecies Review, right? Interspecies Review, that's hentai. that's not anime anymore. That's hentai. I didn't finish the show, but for what I watched of it, it was at least actually interesting and a bit funny, and it was like, the characters are quite lovable, so I could give Interspecies Reviewers a pass. Like, that one was, wow, I can't believe that one aired. That one caused controversy between like Funimation and everything. This one, I just don't understand, because it has all the NSFW stuff of Interspecies Reviewer, and then it has the darkness of Goblin Slayer episode 1, and we get episode 2 of Redo of Healer. I've not watched the rest of this so far. I don't know if I am. I don't know. Maybe. Let me know in the comments if I should review it or anything. But man, the thing is, if all the stuff that's happening, right? Okay, let's just start off with the premise, right? So the premise is basically, healer dude gets healing powers, but gets betrayed by basically everyone, tormented, and other stuff happens to him, and he just wants to do it back to everybody else. And the problem is, right, this would have been interesting if the plot was good. The plot is garbage, man. The plot is garbage. That's the problem. They're doing all this NSFW stuff, and the plot is garbage. And it's just, no one's likable in the show. Absolutely no one. So we're just here in a spiral of just trash. and it got animated. I don't understand anymore. I mean, man, oh man, oh man. Anyway, I don't know with that anime, man. I don't know. But let's just move on to Attack on Titan. So last but not least, I've got to talk about Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan Season 4 has been a masterpiece so far. It's been incredible. And yeah, man, some deaths have happened. Some shocking moments have happened. Eren is now evil. Or not evil. He's just more bad. He's more bad, and I just love it, and I'm here for it, man. And man, Mappa has done a very good job. I have to give credit to Mappa. I was very scared in the beginning, especially with the trailer. I was thinking, oh my god, Attack on Titan could just get worse. It could get like 7 Deadly Sin, but no, nope, it's done very good, done incredible. Like, thank you, Mappa, done an incredible job. And Mappa has really been the MVP of 2020. Let's be real, they did God of High School, they did, I haven't watched it yet, but Doro I've heard is really good. They did Jujutsu Kaisen, which is, you know, it's Jujutsu Kaisen, and Attack on Titan season 4 started in that season. And bro, Mappa, man, congratulations. I don't know how you're gonna have the time to do Chainsaw Man. You guys could clearly do it. I don't know how, but good luck. But overall, I've been loving the plot. I'm loving the consequences. I'm loving the what do you call it? The reflection, I believe was it called. I lost my train of thought, but basically the differences between what's happening to Malian Empire and what happened to people in Paradise. I just love the dynamic between that. I love how the scouts are back. I love how the scouts are going ham. Like, everything about Attack on Titan season 4 is just hitting all the high notes. And this, man, this might be early, but this could be the best anime ever made. It could happen. It could happen. It has a very good shot. Before I go, I have a couple of anime that I haven't watched yet, and I just need to mention. So, new One Piece. I'm not up to date with One Piece, so the current One Piece episodes I heard are really good. So, obviously, because one has just been great. Slime Isekai 2, or that time I got reincarnated as Slime Season 2. I haven't touched that yet. I might eventually. Beastars, I haven't touched Season 2 yet. I don't know if I'm going to wait for Netflix or just binge it. I don't know yet. And Seven Deadly Sins Season 4. Season 3 happened. I did not watch Season 3, so I'm not up to date. That's why I haven't watched Season 4. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. This has been a very long talk about anime. How are you guys finding anime winter season 2021? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you not happy? Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to discussion. Also, what's your favorite anime of winter 2021? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more on pop culture and entertainment. Have a great day, stay safe, watch Wonder Egg Priority, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.